Hello everybody, good day to you. We have ourselves a Subaru. It is a 2014 model. I think it's an Outback. Yeah. Negative, that's a Forester. Not an Outback, it's a Forester. Anyway, a customer states that they had a used AC compressor installed last year. Ugh. Vent. And now the AC does not work. And they would like to have this inspected, diagnosed, and or possibly repaired. So we're gonna go ahead and do an AC function system diagnostic checking procedure on this particular vehicle, and we're gonna see what's going on with the climate control system. I got a feeling we have an issue with their used compressor that they installed. Because to me, used parts are somebody else's problem. Alrighty, let's install the thermometer here in the center vent and see what kind of temperatures we are getting on this fine December Florida day. Okay, according to my shop thermometer, it's 79 degrees with a 66% humidity, relative humidity. So this AC system in this Subaru should have no problem making cold air. Right off the get-go, I hear some abnormal noises going on in there. All right, and we're not cooling at all. It's what is it, 80 degrees? There's a glare. Okay, it's reading out 80 degrees. So yeah, it's this thing's not working at all. Let us pop in the hood and see if that compressor is running. I mean, yeah, it's, oh god. Yeah, that's making some super nasty noise. Got a huge leak right here. It's either coming from the O-ring on this line, or the case is leaking where you go from one side of the case to the other side. Either way, this compressor has to be replaced just because of that horrendous noise that it's making. It appears there's a leak right here too with this O-ring. So I'm going to recommend we replace both of these O-rings, replace this compressor, and then we'll recharge the system and determine, oh my god. Wow, that's a good one. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. There, let's pull this cover off so we can see things a little bit more clearly. What is this? Okay. It's held on by nipply bits. Oh wow, this belt is horrendous. Okay. Alrighty then, yeah, we're replacing a compressor, 2 O-rings. Then we'll recharge the system and evaluate performance going on from there. I'm going to recommend a belt and definitely a battery terminal service at the very least. Whew. This is what you call a state of disrepair. The new one has been ordered. So, ooh, that pinch here is junk. Let's pull this guy apart. I recommended replacing this belt, but I don't know if they're going to do that or not. I didn't see one on my approved parts list. This bracket is clearly in the way. Let's lose that. Disconnecting. I have already taken the liberty of discharging the system, so there is no refrigerant here. So I will lose these lines next. Yep. Crappy O-rings. A right angle impact is gonna come in perfect for this job. That's the bottom bolt. And one more, I need an extension. Okay, let's extend the extension. There. Wait, it didn't move. Is there another bolt? There's another one somewhere. Down there. Let's unextend the extension. There's a hidden sneaky one. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, piece of compressor. Come out. Now, before we get all excited thinking, oh, that was easy, I'm also going to replace the condenser in this. They came as a kit, and when I went over it with my refrigerant detector, down towards the bottom on the passenger side, I got a couple hits of refrigerant. I couldn't see where it was because you know, all the obstruction is in the way, but I did get repeatable hits with my refrigerant detector. So we purchased the compressor kit, which, like I said, comes with that replacement condenser. Additionally, that compressor made a lot of noise, and I theorized that debris or metal components have passed through that compressor and may be getting lodged in the condenser. So I don't want to set myself up for a position where I have a failed repair. Therefore, we just ordered the kit that came with both components. What I'm going to do is remove this radiator from its brackets. Well, remove the brackets from the radiator, I should say. This one and then the one on the passenger side over here, and try to lean the radiator assembly backwards in order to gain access to the condenser, which is bolted to the front of the radiator. Reverse clicks. All right, that's one bracket. Put that up there. Why are you stuck? Got it. Okay, that might give me enough space to get this guy out. It appears that the condenser is held on. There's a 10 mil bolt there, and one more on this side. And I believe it's just got clips on the bottom, so I'll pull these two out and see if I can get this thing to come loose and then slide up and out through this little gap that I made. The lines are attached way down at the bottom, way down yonder. I think I can reach down there and disconnect them, but we'll cross that bridge when I get to it. These bolts look kind of crusty, so they're going to require some penetrating lubricant action. A little bit there. No space. Changed out to a shorter socket. Let's see if that sucks. Yeah, what's going on here is the nut is turning with the bolt and it's not going to unthread. That sucks. But we won't be defeated by a 10 millimeter, will we? Figure something else out. I don't know what, but I'll figure it out. The problem is this radiator is plastic and I don't want to break it. I'm probably going to break it. Torching it is out because it's plastic. It's already been lubricated. And there's no room to work on it. I'm trying to hold this nut stationary with the screwdriver. This is not gonna work. Okay, so here's my options. Break this off and not bolt the new one in. It's not gonna work. Keep messing with it with pliers and vice grips to try to get this to unbolt and then break it anyway. That's not gonna work. or chop the bolt off and put a new bolt and a new nut in. And I'm going to choose option C. Loud noises. Alright, here we go. Here goes nothing. I win. Kind of. Yeah, I've got the head of the nut, I'm sorry, the head of the bolt off. I just need to get that washer out of there, and then we're good. There we go. Ow! Hot! Hot, 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 hot. Okay, and one more on this side over here. Maybe that one will unbolt and I don't have to do that again. Only one way to find out. Oh, sweet. Perfect. Okay, wrong again. There's something else bolting this condenser on from the bottom. I cannot see what it is, so we're going to have to go down there and take a closer look. Okie doke, so we're looking through the front of the lower bumper. Right here's the condenser, and right here's the radiator. Now, there's this little metal tab right here, and another one on the driver's side. Now, that little metal tab has a bolt on it that I can't reach because there's a cross member thing in the way. However, seeing as how I'm not one to be outdone by engineers, I'm going to fix this dilemma with a pry bar. Because I really do not want to remove the entire cooling package just for 2 bolts. Because then I have to take all the coolant out, add new coolant when I'm done, reconnect the radiator, and I don't feel like doing that. So we're just gonna go in long range. That is, if these bolts right here come out. If I fail on these bolts, we might end up having to put a radiator in this. If I can get it up, there we go. There we go. Now I got some space. That bolt does not look too good. Well, I think it turned. I think. Come on, you. Ah, I have my face holding the pry bar down. Alright, the threaded insert that's in that radiator tank is stripping. This bolt's not coming out. Time to eat my words and order a radiator. Because even if I cut that one off, I can't bolt it back in with the new one, so we're gonna have to put a radiator in this. Epic rust belt from New York car failure. Oh, but you know what? While we're down here, you can see the leak that we found in this condenser just to the left. I'm trying to put my finger on it. Right here, there's green dye all over the bottom of that. That's the accumulator right there. Let's see if we can get light on it. I don't know, it might be too bright. Maybe you can see a little bit of green. Either way, that's where the leak is. Let's go order a radiator. All right, I have come to terms with the fact that Mother Nature and attrition have slightly defeated me on this particular job. So, well, good thing I'm already replacing that. So we have ordered a radiator to replace the one that will not let go of my bolts. assuming I'm gonna have to reuse the overflow tank, so I'm glad I didn't break that. Put that over there. And let's pull these fans off and detach the hoses, drain the coolant. Not in that order exactly. And we'll just pull the whole cooling package out as one assembly. Nice, that bolt came out. Oh, gravity. Send me back my ratchet. Okay, that's one fan. On to fan number 2. I do not see a drain valve anywhere on this crusty radiator down here at the bottom, so I'm going to use the lower hose as my drain valve. I've already grabbed a drain bucket below it, and I'm just going to pull this clamp off right here, pull the hose off, and just let it drain right through here. And conveniently, there's a hole smashed in the bottom of this skid plate panel right here, and that will let all the coolant drain through the panel and into my bucket. Okay, let's see if I can get a good hold on this clamp with this clamp remover tool. Very tight squeeze in here. I don't even know. I can feel the tabs. They're rusted off. There are no tabs. Okay, this tool is not going to do it. Let's try another one. Perhaps the more direct approach will be better off. Let's see. Two-handing it. My other problem is I can't see the tabs on this clamp, so I don't even know if I'm getting a grip on them or not. Okay, I think I moved it. Give me back my pliers. All right, I'm running out of patience. I'm cutting this clamp off. I've had enough. Loud noises. Ah! Loose clamp. Okay, more pry bar. And slide it right off of there. Aha! Okay, while that's draining, let's get the upper hose removed. I don't think I'll need a pry bar for that one. Surface tension is in my way. All right, it's all mostly detached. I still have an AC line down there at the bottom to remove, and there should be another one somewhere around here. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at both of them. There's one right here and one right there. Okay, let me pull those lines off, and then this whole thing will come out of its home. I think that's a 10 mil. Yeah. Cool part is, with all this extra space, I could fit a power tool in that hole. Giggity. I thought wrong. You headed to lunch? I want steak and shake. Come on. Become disconnected now. Oh, freaking pry bar you. No, really. All right, cooling package. You're coming with me. One singular unit. Oh, that's pretty trashed. Yeah, we were doing that stripping the bolt thing out again. Okay, well now that all the hard parts are done, and I have some replacement parts that have arrived, I may as well install those, starting with the compressor. I've already pulled the caps off of it and rechecked the oil level. One cool thing about this, I noticed it came with this bracket right here. I expected I was going to have to transfer this bracket or from the old unit onto this new one. Needless to say, I was pleasantly surprised. I don't remember which bolt was the long one. I think it goes over here. Yeah. And the short one goes there, and the short one goes way down here. Oh, I need an extension for my extension. I've got the reach. That goes there. That one will go there, and I need to change the O-ring. I've also already changed a couple other O-rings off camera. But since we're here, I'll record this one. It's stuck. Just put that in place for now. I think I'll have to move it again to put the other line on, but I'll bolt it in later, no worries. All right, one eternity later, and I have a new radiator for this, what you call it, Subaru, Rubisu, Forester, Outback, I don't know. I have a new radiator, that's what matters. Doo-doo-doo. And the new radiator, doo-doo-doo, is getting a new condenser to go with it. There we go. Now I have to find some replacement fasteners to attach this one. Okay, pickings are slim in this particular situation, and I couldn't really find any bolts out of my leftover or surplus bolt stash. However, I do have some that will work, but these came out of that piece of crap Toyota that I bought, and they're for the exhaust heat shield. I really didn't want to give up my bolts for that particular car for this job, but they're not too long, so I'm going to have to use these. It is what it is. I find it kind of unfortunate, but I can always get new bolts. But I can't get new time, so if I waste a bunch of time trying to find other bolts, then I will be operating at a deficit, which I do not wish to do. This is getting even better. So this is all the way down, and over here on the lower side we have a fitment issue. The things don't even really fit. See how the threads are being interfered with this last little piece. I mean, it's gonna work, but do better, aftermarket. Do better. Using leverage, I will make this work. There we go. next. Okay, now that we have rebuilt the cooling package, let's install it. Now, first things first, I'm gonna get this AC line back on the front of this condenser. I've already changed the O-ring down here. It's green, so you know it's good. Okay, this is gonna be a little weird and awkward. This line does not flex. It's a solid hard line. Can't bend it and I can't flex it, but it has to bend and flex so I can put it in the hole. Usually there. Cool. Let's give it the old reach around so I can fit the nut bolt in position. Click. All right, that guy's in. Let's set this package in its mounts. There's studs at the bottom of the cooling tank, and then there's little rubber grommets on the radiator support. You just slip those studs into the grommet, and that's what holds the lower section. Okay, we're in. Good. Alrighty, I have this other hose installed already, and I put the two mounts for the upper part of the radiator on. Let's drop the fans into place now. These are also a super simple install. Two pegs on the bottom, they fit into the notches on the radiator, and then bolt on up here at the top. If I can figure out how to line it up. Oh, I also replaced the clamp on that lower radiator hose too. Remember the one that I cut off? Yeah. I have the wrong fan. Dumb. Let's try the correct fan. See if that fits. Yes, yes it does. Click. And there's a plug down here for the fan that also won't be installed until it goes click. Nice. Gravity. And there will be one more fan click. Get down there. There it is. Okay, moving on. Let's get this upper hose installed. I decided to change the clamp. The other one was okay, but since I put a new one on the lower, I figured it would be okay to put a new one on this upper right here. Click. Alright, we're in the home stretch. I'm down to just two more bolts. That one for this line. And one more for the high side line. All right, all that's left, let's evacuate any air that's in the system, install the charge, install some coolant, and then we'll power up the AC system and see how it performs. AC machine powering on. Yep. I forget if I mentioned it earlier or not, but I've also changed both the valves in the service ports along with the O-rings. Come here. There. Yay. Ah, go away, mosquito. Evil. Okay, vacuum. We'll set this up for standard 10 minutes. And I'll be back in 10 minutes. All right, the AC machine is still vacuuming, so we should just move on to pouring and spilling things. This is not going as well as usual.
Remember the thing I showed you yesterday, Ray?
The thing you showed me yesterday?
The jump starter pack.
Oh yeah, yeah, the little...
I was looking for this last night when I was charging it. Like shit. I bet it's on the floor in the shop.
What is that?
In the suite. It's the cover.
Oh.
You never leave covered because you're always using it. If you have my car.
Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Thanks for letting me know. I actually was very concerned about the cover I didn't know was missing. Almost there for this gallon. It's probably going to take a little bit more. Okay, so the other day somebody was chatting with me and they thought that Subarus were built in Australia because of the old Outback commercials with the Australian guy with the accent and everything. And the man was shocked to learn that these are a Japanese car that just had a very clever marketing scheme. If anybody here watching believes that these were built in Australia, I'm about to undo years and years of knowledge that you may have possessed. These are 100% Japanese designed and built automobiles. And the only thing affiliated with Australia is the marketing. I don't even know if they sell them in Australia. You guys down under should know. Any Aussies driving a Subaru around? Let us know. Doo-doo. Doo. Wow, this is like a bottomless pit of coolant. It just keeps on taking it. The hole never fills up. Now is the end. Yeah, we're up to, yeah, there we go. There's 2 gallons. Okay, let's fill up the overflow tank. Oh, spilling it everywhere. Suck. Oh, hey, look, I can prove it. Right here. I do not believe that that is Australian writing. Looks kind of Japanese to me. So there's the proof. Japanese vehicle. Oh, I also replaced this crusty piece of crap battery and cleaned everything up that was in there. You'll notice it's a stark difference between what we started with and what we have now. I made a side project video on this particular subject right here. There will be a link to that down in the video description and in the pinned comment, and maybe I'll stick one up above too. I probably already mentioned this, but I'm mentioning it again because I am excellent at marketing. So click one of those links somewhere and then watch the video of me fixing up this battery. Okay, the vacuum is done, complete. Let's install a charge. No, this is not an electric compressor. The specified amount is 16 to 18 ounces, so I'll put in 7 ounces. Begin charging now. There we go, okay. And while that's doing that, I'll spray off all that green crusty crap from the last leak. That way it's nice and shiny. We like shiny. Well, I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody. I like shiny. You guys may not. Everything I touch is shiny. Okay, except for that serpentine belt. This is not shiny because they declined to replace this. I don't know. All right, machine is done. Let's go start this thing up and see how the AC runs. I've got the cap back on. Coolant is full. Hoses are out of the way of the old belt that we didn't change. I put some plastic trim stuff back on when you guys weren't looking. So let's go fire this thing up, see how it does. Okay, Rubistu Forester, where's your keys? Yeah, I don't have the keys anymore. I'll be back. Okay, I found them. Somebody took the keys out of the car last night and then put them in the key box that is not locked by the service desk in order to prevent theft of the car that was disabled and inside of a locked building. I don't know. That seems dumb to me, but whatever. Good intentions. There we go, good intentions. All right, well anyway, the engine has been started. AC is on. Let's go take a visual inspection from under the hood and make sure nothing's on fire. Sounds good. Looks good. I no longer hear the noise. And AC pressures look good too. Okay, we don't need these anymore. Get this out of here. Woo! And I've even got new caps for the service port, so they look extra shiny. Uh-oh, residual green. That's gotta go. Like not actual fire. Like fire, the spray fire. Never mind. Oh, by the way, I put these shields and brackets and stuff back on also. Okay, that's good. Done. Fail. Done. Let's turn that down so we can hear. It looks like the AC is making about 44, 45 degrees on the Fahrenheit scale. This is good. That's very good temperature. Backing out. 2 honks for safety. All right, everybody, we are all done with this one. I'm gonna take it for a quick spin around the block just to make sure it comes up to temperature and nothing else screws up on it. As per my normal procedural protocol, I will forget to put on my seatbelt as I'm driving away there. And I will also not forget to thank you guys for watching this video. And I'd like to let you guys know that I appreciate it. If you guys like this video, please feel free to communicate that thought to me effectively by tapping our thumbs up button. If you didn't like this video, please feel free to communicate that constructively down in the comment section below. That being said, I'd like to thank you guys again for watching this video. And before you go, I'd like to remind everybody here to not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. By the way, one more time, link in the video description and pinned comment for legendary status battery terminal cleaning replacement procedures. Check that one out before you go anywhere else. Oh, that's great. 39 degrees. Pew, powering down. Goodbye, Rubisu.